Hey guys, this is another update on some of the stuff that's going on in the wake of the Charlie Kirk assassination. We have something to talk about because this goes into the conversations that I've been having with you guys about being more active on social media and putting up content, even if it's just putting up responses to posts or commenting or reacting to things. We need to switch this so-called narrative that is revolving around the internet, and we have this obscene summary that is a poor reflection on how conservatives actually interact or engage online. So let's get into this. So we have this summary. So we have this summary that shows up on the explore page of my feed on X. All right. Now, initially, I was like, what on earth is going on here? Is this mainstream media nonsense? And I clicked into it, and then it showed me this. And I want us to look at this. It says Charlie Kirk fatally shot by fellow conservative at Utah University event. And this is an outright lie. But I wanted to dig in and find out why this was showing up. And I looked at the bottom to find out what exactly is going on. And it says this story is a summary of posts on X and may evolve over time. Grok can make mistakes, verify its outputs. So this summary here is coming from the millions and millions and millions of posts out there on X, which Grok has summarized into this talking point, and this is a blatant lie. Now, I've said many times to you guys that you guys have to get out there and engage on social media. I don't mean live on social media like the people who don't have jobs or don't have a vision for their lives do, but you need to get out there and make your voices heard. Why do we have Grok telling us that the summary of posts on X is that Charlie Kirk was fatally shot by a fellow conservative? So, in other words, the narrative out there, if Joe Blow gets on X and he doesn't know a thing about what's going on in the world because he's minding his business, he reads this and what he finds out is we killed one of our own. Conservatives killed one of our own, lending or confirming the narrative of mainstream media that conservatives are the ones who are enacting violence on everyone else, including their own. And I'm so fired up today because these lies are going out there unchecked. They're going out there unchecked, and it's similar to the to the election hoax, that we all know what happened, but because people were so scared of being cancelled or being confronted for spreading misinformation, we all kept quiet. January 6th happened. Everyone crawled into their shells. And then again and again, different hoaxes kept coming out. The Russia hoax came out. We were all minding our business. And you know what? The narrative out there is being pushed by one side. Now, why am I sounding this way? It's because while we see this incident about the assassination of Charlie as something that is going to move conservatives to become more active politically, to become more assertive of their rights and freedoms, where we stand a chance of still losing the battle in places where it matters. Outlets like TDSBC are going to pick this up and say, oh, look, even X says that Charlie was fatally shot by a fellow conservative. This confirms what we've been saying for years, that they are the party of violence. So, in case you haven't understood how this works, the AI crawls through the database, gets all of the comments that are connected to the Charlie Kirk assassination, and then does a statistical analysis to say how many of these claim that he was shot by a conservative and how many claim that he was shot by a liberal or by a leftist. And then the AI comes to a conclusion that since more of the posts claim that he was shot by a conservative, then he was shot by a conservative. And you see the same thing with polls. When TDSBC and CNN come out with some of these polls that are clearly, wrong, because conservatives make up the majority of the continent. And how do I know that? Because North America is still a first world nation. Every nation that has been overrun by leftists has declined in its economy, has declined in quality of life, because leftists don't know how to run things. Go look at history. That's the way it is. They want to sit at home, play video games, and have the government send them checks from money that has been confiscated from billionaires, because billionaires need to pay their fair share. They are not productive. They are lazy. They don't get out there and really grind to create something that will feed not just them and their families, but hundreds and hundreds of workers. They don't know how to build anything. They don't know how to maintain anything. Hand something over to a leftist, it gets run down in just a couple of years. So we need to get out there and make our voices heard. Online. Post. Okay? Post your thoughts. Post videos. Put out stuff out there to tell the truth. Now, we're not saying go out there and post propaganda to let people know that this is what's going on. No. Tell the truth. Just tell the truth. Now, this is a call to action. And honestly, whoever sees this video, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm way past right now. I'm way past caring, what my YouTube algorithm looks like right now. I'm way past caring. So these days I'm like, okay, it's time to get back to the regularly scheduled programming. And this is where we are, folks. If we let this opportunity to catch fire for ourselves, for our families, for our nations, if we let this opportunity to catch fire get away from us, then do you know what? Whatever happens to the world after this, we deserve it. Let me know what you think of my thoughts. If you've listened this long, you're a super fan. Honestly, I need to hear from you, so that I don't feel like I'm talking into the ether. So let me know what you think of this in the comment section. And if you're listening right now, you're a super fan, consider joining the membership on my monetized YouTube channel. If you're listening to the one that's over 10,000 subscribers, that's the one that's monetized. Please consider joining the membership. And I want to start seeing a lot of movement there, so that we can begin to have close contact and discuss some real stuff. All right, there's stuff I can't discuss in the general section of the channel, but I need to connect with people who are connected to the vision, who want the country and the world to be saved, for not just us but for our children and grandchildren. That's who I'm talking to. So let's connect at that level. If you're interested in creating content, like right now, I just ripped all of us a new one and said, look, we need to get out there and do more, because right now the people who believe leftist policies and practices are out speaking us. They are out posting us. They are controlling the narrative simply because they are flooding the internet with all this stuff. Now, you might say that, those are bots. To be honest, I don't care, because when it gets down to it, there are more that are with us than are with them, even if they have bots. Believe me, there are more that are with us than are with them. All right. So please consider joining the membership. If you're listening on the non-monetized side of things, let me know in the comments section if you want to join the membership, and I'll send you a link to hop on over and join. We need to have a real conversation. We have to have real conversations. It's time for you to open that YouTube channel. It's time for you to start that blog. It's time for you to start doing events. We need to start having these conversations. And I'm not talking about now we're radicalized. No, it's guys, it's not about being radicalized. It's about taking up the thing that God put in your hand and doing it. That's really what it's all about. I'm not here to be a political activist. I'm not an activist. All I am is a father, a husband, and a father who loves his family and wants his family to have a better life. And I'm looking forward to my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, inheriting a world that isn't a dystopian hellscape, because that's what's going to happen if leftist policies run amok across the planet. See you on the next one. Until next time, God bless you.